Hello everyone! You know what it's like to live in a huge shoe, underground or in a tiny floating box? Join our tour across the most unusual houses on the planet to find out. Let's get it on. Checking out the house that has been the highlight of Burning Man in the US for years. This is a true steampunk style. Maybe this house is lacking in terms of amenities. Well, it's stylized for the Victorian era after all, but there are as many as 3 floors and quite a lot of space. In addition, the house can move and will definitely attract the attention of passers-by wherever you go. What you see is not a house, but a real puzzle. There is no clear layout, but there are secret hatches, moving walls, and a sliding staircase. The creator of the project, Richard Murphy from Scotland, impressed his colleagues with his innovative approach so much that he even won several prizes. The main advantage of his approach is the expansion of space. After all, the house is quite small, but check out how spacious it seems inside thanks to all of these clever tricks. And most importantly, you'll definitely never get bored in it. Behold, boys and girls, the perfect man cave has been found. This is a tower house in New Zealand. It was personally designed and built by local designer John O. Williams. But the most important thing in this house is not its looks. The thing is, everything here is controlled by voice or one click in the application. For example, opening doors or serving beer in the armrest of the sofa. Yeah, you heard right. Look what a nice little house on wheels they came up with in Germany. At first glance, it differs from the usual trailer only in size. In fact, what you see is a caravan and a yacht combined. You can go on a road trip right to the sea and then continue your adventure on the water. You can customize the house as you like, depending on your requests. If needed, you can even install a kitchen module with a stove here. At the same time, the caravan weighs no more than half a ton, which makes it lighter and ensures buoyancy. This caravan is a relatively affordable option for those who have always dreamed of a yacht but couldn't afford it. This baby will cost €20,000, even with all of the extra goodies included. If you think that living in nature means discomfort and lack of amenities, then you just don't know the way that you can actually live in nature. For example, we haven't seen anything more comfortable than this extendable house. See it for yourself. It just takes a few elegant moves to turn the house into a spacious, cozy mansion flooded in bright sunlight. At first glance, this is the most ordinary house, of which there are thousands in Las Vegas. But why is there so much ventilation in the yard? The thing is, the biggest part of this villa is hidden from prying eyes. It's located underground. Actually, this is a real bunker. It was built amidst the Cold War, not for fun, but in order to survive the end of the world, if it did come. You can wait out the dark times here with enough comfort. The house has a barbecue area, a dance floor, a pool, and a spa. Well, not a bad place to live during the apocalypse. Building a house is perhaps one of the most difficult tasks an adult can face. But what if you don't build a house, but just fold it like origami? The unusual assembly way doesn't affect the quality of the house in any way. It's equipped with everything you need and looks very comfortable. Well, if you suddenly got tired of it, then instead of repairs, you can simply fold the house back, move it to a new place, and enjoy the change of scenery. When this guy was a kid, he wanted two things: to become a pirate and live in a treehouse. Alas, back then, no one made his dreams come true, but as an adult man and a successful lawyer, Stephen thought, what's stopping him now? So he built this treehouse, a replica of the ship from the Pirates of the Caribbean saga. It looks really epic. Just think how lucky the neighborhood kids are that Stephen lets them play here. And here's what a Japanese-style treehouse looks like. These are the designs of the famous Japanese architect and artist Terunobu Fujimori. He's known for building the so-called tea houses, so tiny that only a tea ceremony can be held there. But that's not all. The author hangs his creations in the sky to create a unique atmosphere of isolation from earthly life inside. And although some of these houses look strange from the outside, real Oriental hospitality reigns inside them. The idea of having 270 square feet of living space is somehow not encouraging, unless your house is movable, just like this cube house that can stay in any harbour in the world. Anyway, who will think about living space when there's such a view outside? Moreover, this box somehow fits everything you need. This seems to be the most common trailer, if not for one thing. That's it. No magic, just a very ingenious design in the form of a scissor lift. A couple of seconds and you're already soaring in the sky. Share in the comments if you dare to spend the night in such a place. Check out what a group of urbanists from Copenhagen came up with. They built a whole housing complex from shipping containers. To provide residents with a stunning view from the windows and save space in the city, they placed it right on the water. This project was designed as a hostel. 12 students live here. They have everything they need, including a barbecue area and a place for sunbathing. But the creators aren't going to stop there. They want to make container houses on the water popular across the country and even the world, in order to at least slightly slow down the pace of urbanization. The house in this video is as unusual as the god to whom it's dedicated. We are talking about the half-man, half-bird, and half-snake Quetzalcoatl. This deity was worshipped by the Aztecs, and his image is still part of the Mexican cult. This deity served as an inspiration for the whole residential complex, with 10 apartments surrounded by an incredible exotic park. You can even rent one of these apartments for a short time and feel like you're inside the Coco animated movie. Maybe living in a shoe is your cat's dream, but when you see this hotel, it'll probably be yours too. That is an unusual retreat for couples invented in New Zealand. It has everything you need for a romantic weekend: a nice balcony, a fireplace, and a cute interior. True, it's a bit pricey, $265 per night, but an unforgettable experience is priceless. Do you know what a caboose is? That is a trailer they used to attach to the end of the train to accommodate the crew. We don't offer you to ride in it, but you can spend the night there. Yes, this unusual hotel was designed for guests by several residents of Alabama. You won't believe it, but not only a mini kitchen, but also a queen-size bed fit into this tiny space. And here is another unique eco-house that is fully autonomous and generates electricity, water, and even food. Even the shape for such a house was chosen for a reason. It resembles a horseshoe and helps maintain roughly the same temperature all year round, no matter what the weather is outside. You would also have a stunning garden, a nice bedroom, and a spacious kitchen. Well, how can you not become a hippie with a house like this? Yes, you are right. The designers of this house really love the Beatles a lot. Here's proof. Actually, this house in New Zealand only seems small. Inside, you'll find all the amenities. There's a bathroom with a shower, 2 beds, a kitchen, a place to relax, and of course, dozens of interesting items and interior details in the steampunk style. And by the way, this is not a real submarine. But you did realize that, right? The owners of the building, Keith and Jen, built it from an old grain storage silo. Now, anyone can book a yellow submarine on Airbnb and spend a couple of days aboard an unusual boat. Take a closer look. Does this house remind you of anything? Looks somewhat like a bird, right? This was actually the intent. The architects of this house wanted to make it look like a steppe black grouse. The thing is, this bird lives in the local prairies of Oklahoma, exactly where the house stands. Not only is the dwelling impressive in terms of size, it's also made exclusively from natural materials. In general, you won't remain indifferent. You want to at least look at it up close, or even stay there for a couple of days. Dubai, as usual, is impressively luxurious. How'd you like this? A chic houseboat, part of which is located right under the water. Yes, above the waterline, the house looks like an ordinary luxury villa on the water. But as soon as you go down to the bedroom or bathroom, the real magic begins. Coral reefs, shoals of fish, turtles. Only the thick glass of the cockpit separates you from all of this marine beauty. How can you fall asleep amidst all of this beauty? Sunny Colombia is perfect for outdoor recreation. For example, in the forests of the mighty Patagonia, you can find an original hotel. It's located right in the mountain, overgrown with vegetation. And at the top of the main building, you can see a waterfall that will calm you down during the weekend with its gurgling. In Sri Lanka, you can not only look at an elephant, but even live inside it. There is an unusual eco-hotel called the Kumbuk River Resort in the form of this sacred animal for Buddhists. Photos next to such a hotel will definitely turn out to be original, and living in it will certainly brighten up your days. Traditionally, all of the weirdest things come from Asia. How do you like, for example, this building in the form of a toilet bowl? This is actually a museum located in South Korea, and by the way, it cost more than $1.5 million. The opening of this unusual building coincided with the establishment of the World Toilet Association. Yes, there is such a thing. As the architect put it, the idea of creating a museum came to him at the meeting of the association. But seriously, in such a funny way, the creator of the project wants to raise awareness of an important problem. Today, more than 2.5 billion people still live without a properly equipped toilet. Actually, you can design a cool house even from a metal pipe, and here is the proof. This project was created last year by a Russian architect. The house not only looks wildly futuristic and is surrounded by cool nature, it's also well equipped inside. There's a bed, a kitchen, and a dining room. Well, the cherry on the cake is that this whole structure, weighing more than a dozen tons, is literally floating in the air. Well, of course that's an illusion. In fact, special powerful anchors keep it in balance. This hut, which seemed to have come from the pages of an old Russian fairy tale, can be found in the Stockholm Open Air Museum. No one lives here, of course. At least humans don't. We wouldn't be so sure about spirits, though. Eddie from Stranger Things would definitely appreciate such a house. Here you have skulls, strange sculptures, and Masonic symbols. You can find such a strange dwelling not far from the capital of Belarus, Minsk. True, you can admire it only from the outside. The owner won't let you inside. By the way, locals have been complaining about it for many years, as this house scares them. But they can't do anything about it. That is private property after all. Boring skyscrapers in modern cities will no longer surprise anyone, but the Chinese managed to find a creative approach. Check out the 33-floor high-rise which decorates the city of Guangzhou. By the way, this is the tallest round building in the world. It's scary to think about that, but the construction cost was about 1 billion yuan. By the way, the building itself also resembles the yuan, well, or a bagel, whichever you prefer. Such a place had certainly become a successful hotel, but alas, inside you'll find the most ordinary offices. In this house, you might feel like a caveman. Well, the one with the access to all the perks of civilization. The stone house was built by the Portuguese enthusiast Vitor Rodrigues back in the 70s. His goal was to create an environmentally friendly home from natural materials. For a long time, Vitor lived here, but at some point, it became hard to relax in the stone house. Someone constantly tried to look into the window or even get inside. So, the Rodrigues family gave the building to the local administration, and now the house is open to tourists all year round. And our tour is over, mate. Share in the comments which house you like the most. Don't forget to give us a like, and see you soon.